Last night at the DNC, we finally got AOC for a little bit. Here's what she said.
Good evening, bienvenidos, and thank you to everyone here today endeavoring towards a better, more just future for our country and our world. In fidelity and gratitude to a mass people's movement working to establish 21st century social, economic, and human rights, including guaranteed health care, higher education, living wages, and labor rights for all people in the United States. A movement striving to recognize and repair the wounds of racial injustice, colonization, misogyny, and homophobia, and to propose and build reimagined systems of immigration and foreign policy that turn away from the violence and xenophobia of our past. A movement that realizes the unsustainable brutality of an economy that rewards explosive inequalities of wealth for the few at the expense of long-term stability for the many, and who organized a historic grassroots campaign to reclaim our democracy. In a time when millions of people in the United States are looking for deep, systemic solutions to our crises of mass evictions, unemployment, and lack of health care, en el espíritu del pueblo, and out of a love for all people, I hereby second the nomination of Senator Bernard Sanders of Vermont for President of the United States of America.
And if I can give you a live shot of many people seeing that, it was, what? She's endorsing Bernie. But that's what it was supposed to be. It's not, oh my God, she's going rogue at the last second, take her out. No. Yeah, this is what she was supposed to do. It's a formal thing. It happens at literally every Democratic convention and Republican convention.
Which, by the way, if you're watching that and you're like, I'm gonna get the 60 seconds of AOC that is gonna happen tonight at the convention. You're sitting at home in Washington and you're like, oh, let me just watch it. And you're just some watcher of maybe the first time paying attention to a DNC because of the importance of this year. And you hear that and you go, oh man, she's endorsing Bernie Sanders. Oh my God, on the floor. I remember hearing about things like this happening before when like Ted Cruz didn't formally say he loves Trump at the last cycle. All that stuff. I get that surprise. I understand having that surprise, honestly.
So I get that surprise. And I'm assuming Bernie must have suggested he wanted her to speak. And I wonder, first of all, on the good side, she got more than 60 seconds. That was like a minute 30 or something like that. On the bad side, would she have spoken if Bernie hadn't chosen her to do his seconding? I don't know. And on the third side, did they allow it because they thought that they could spin it into a way that would hurt her? This is all speculation, probably. Ooh, it's Q stuff.
No, this is R stuff, John. This is R.
This is R. Yeah, Q. Lame. Really? Seriously? You still get off on Q? No, R. Are we going to believe that they didn't present that in kind of a way meant?
What? Be careful, you're formulating this group a little too well. You're gonna get a following.
Are you gonna sit there while they lie to your face? Anyway, no, but R is supposed to be anonymous, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Are you gonna accept what they say? And that would fool so many people online. Anyway, so to this, many people watching this will come away thinking that she's not supporting Biden, which of course is what she's doing. And this is a tradition, formality type thing. And the issue is that while we can speculate about the DNC and whether this was sort of their plan or whatever, and that's just speculation. NBC News, on the other hand, has a little bit more to answer for. So we're gonna turn to that in 1 second. But first, because some people were confused initially, this is like right off the bat after she spoke. AOC tweeted in response to one of those tweets saying, if you were confused, no worries. Convention rules require roll call and nominations for every candidate that passes the delegate threshold, which he did. I was asked to second the nomination for Senator Sanders for roll call. I extend my deepest congratulations to Joe Biden. Let's go win in November, leaving no ambiguity as to who she's supporting in this election. And that was then turned into by NBC News. In one of the shortest speeches of the DNC, Representative Ocasio-Cortez did not endorse Joe Biden. Quote, I hereby second the nomination of Senator Bernard Sanders of Vermont for President of the United States of America. Which, let's just pause for a second. How deeply, fundamentally dishonest of a take is that for what just happened. Not some rando. NBC News, which has covered several conventions in the past, knows that this happens at every convention, knew what the content of her speech was before she gave it. They come out of that speech saying, oh, she didn't even endorse him. Wait, and she wants Bernie to be president. How fundamentally dishonest is that?
And I'm sorry, but also the minds, at least the way it was pitched, was that she had this short speech as if she came in and just wanted to speak and say really quickly how much she supports Bernie Sanders and F everybody else at this place. I don't know, if you come into it already a little bit against her, your assumptions about her can be just, or it's a launching point from that tweet and that misleading headline from NBC News, right? Also, by the way, there's many things as far as an establishment Democrat, and you don't want anything to have to do with AOC, there's plenty of things that you can criticize from that minute and 25 seconds that she had there. You can criticize the fact that she said no more colonization. You can criticize that she spoke in Spanish for a phrase or two a couple of times. You can criticize the fact that she wants things to happen for the country that's actually liberal and progressive and aren't on the normal platform and agenda for people like Joe Biden. There's plenty of things for NBC News to say that they were outraged and clutched their pearls over from her minute and 25 seconds, but they chose to go here because that would encompass enough Democrats to be against her. If you actually talk about the things that she did that you disagree with as an organization that are actually progressive, people might start going, well, that sounds good. Yeah. Oh, well, that might work out for me. I mean, AOC might not be crazy. I haven't really listened to much anything else except for people are saying that she said rather than what she said.
Yeah, and it like NBC is like we can speculate about the DNC, and I obviously am frustrated with them giving her so little time and all that. But with NBC, no, that's designed to make people believe that, oh look, she's one of those crazies, she's turning against Joe Biden or whatever, when she's 100% not doing that. And the content of her speech, like the right presents her as some crazy radical. That was the most reasonable, level-headed, empathic, understanding 85 seconds I've ever heard in politics. How can you listen to that and think, oh yeah, no, she's the left's Laura Loomer? How could you think that? She's talking about healthcare and wages. That's it. That's it. So reasonable. Everybody should be talking about that. Everybody should be aspiring to be able to give a concise 90 seconds like that. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.